Hi, my name is Tara Patterson, the founder of the Mom's Choice Awards, and we are here live at Book Expo America in New York City, and I am with author Susan Jones, a Mom's Choice recipient this year for the book Until We Meet Again. I'm so excited about this award because Susan and I met last year at Book Expo in LA.
Right.
And I saw her from across the aisle, saw her book, and immediately it hit me. This is a picture of I'm gonna get choked up, I'm sorry. A picture of a grandfather and his grandson. And it's a story of a grandfather passing.
Yes.
And just a few years before that, my father passed away. And my younger son was very close with him. And this book just screamed out at me. And we connected.
We did.
Susan, it was absolutely amazing. I mean, I still get choked up about it.
No, I remember because you just kind of called me in. I have to see your book.
Absolutely.
And it went from there.
And it wasn't even, was it out yet? Or it was?
It had come out,
come
but
out,
it had just come out. It was brand new.
And I convinced Susan to submit her book to the awards, and it was chosen. And no, I didn't judge.
No.
It did it all on its own.
It was legit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the best thing was that it won the award for Crossing Generations,
Yes.
which has really defined who the audience is for the book. So I'm very grateful for that.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the book is about a little boy journeying with his grandpa through wellness, and then eventually grandpa's illness and the death. And the little boy learns about the preciousness of making memories with those we love while time allows. And in hindsight, the book is filled with memories that I made with various people throughout my lifetime, some that are still with me and some that have passed on. But it's a celebration of life, and it's supposed to be, as you recognize, for all generations, all ages.
Absolutely.
And I encourage people to gift it in wellness and thank someone for memories made and those yet to be made.
Yeah.
And also to gift it if it is a tool that will help someone through that journey of illness with a loved one.
Now, where did you get your inspiration for the book? I mean, did somebody pass?
Yes, this is dedicated to my father, and the journey began unexpectedly. I was a teacher, just teaching, and I had lost my mom and then my dad a year later, and then a very dear girlfriend from childhood to pancreatic cancer. And I awoke one morning with 5 a.m. with this vision of a little boy and his grandpa.
Really?
So I was very tired and I didn't want to pursue this, and I thought if I don't write this down, I'll lose it. So I scribbled it out and I looked up, what do you want me to do with this? And I put it in my drawer next to the bed, and it sat there for about 5 months. And then a series of events happened where I met an author and she put me in touch with her editor, and so it finally became a book 5 years later. But the balloon was very much part of my dad's journey. The last month I tied a balloon to his bed and told him to just follow the balloon and follow the light and let it carry him home. And the title, Until We Meet Again, I lived in Connecticut, my dad was in Buffalo, and it was very hard to go home and see him bedridden. So one day I stood at the foot of his bed, and in a very cheery voice I just said, Dad, until we meet again. And he said, until we meet again. So that became our little signature goodbye each time I went home. And very peaceful.
Yeah.
So I encourage people to say those words, until we meet again, even in wellness.
Right, because you don't know.
That's right, you don't. And the message is there to make the most of time that we have every day with people that we love. And I think it's made me more aware of that in my living and cherishing the moments, because each time you walk away, you don't know if that's the last. And not that you want it to be all about the death, but it's that celebration of life, and make each silly thing that you do matter. And if I were to say to you, and you'd lost someone, what is it you remember? It's not that gift that came wrapped up with the beautiful ribbon. It's something just silly that you did, or the walk in the park, or whatever, lying on the ground and picking out formations in the clouds.
Right. Why do you think it was a vision of a little boy and a grandfather?
I don't.
You don't know. That's amazing.
In fact, someone said to me, "Why isn't it a little girl?" And I said, "I don't know, but that's the way it came to me as a little boy." And I toyed with changing it, and something told me, "Keep it as a little boy." And I had someone say to me through hospice, they were so happy to see that because it lends permission to a little boy
to be sensitive,
to have feelings and be emotional if he wanted.
That's wonderful.
And it just seems children, when they hear it in their innocence, they celebrate. They want to get busy with the memory making with their loved one or recalling memories made if their loved one passed. It's the adults, as we read it, that tear up. And I have to say, I hadn't read it in a while, and I went somewhere, and the mother was reading it to her daughter. And I just teared up because, number one, I hadn't heard anyone read it. And then just to see the connection between the mother and daughter.
I know, I'm
so
sitting here, and the whole time I'm
powerful.
sitting here, I'm about to tear up. Talk about holding back that emotion. It is the most beautiful story, and it just caught my attention immediately.
And I'm very proud it's listed with National Hospice and Palliative Care and on Pancreatic Cancer's website to raise money for the cure.
That's wonderful.
So, but the main thing is to just get out there and celebrate life.
Absolutely. And how has the Mom's Choice Award impacted the book?
Well, it's just, the best thing is it gave recognition to who is the audience. It's all ages, because a lot of places are, even when I do a signing, they'll say, "Oh, my children are grown," and I have to accept that, and I don't persist. But now that I have the sticker, I can proudly say it was recognized by the Mom's Choice Award as a book for all generations.
Absolutely.
And it's a wonderful gift for anyone to give as a girlfriend, thanking them for memories made and those yet to be. It just get beyond who they are, but it's for any loving, caring relationship.
Right. Where can people buy this book? Do you have
It's available on Amazon.
Okay.
It's available on my website, www.bookofferings.com. And it should be in bookstores. They may have to back order or special order, but it is out there.
And what about at the different, the Pancreatic Cancer?
Pancreatic Cancer's website,
all right.
Pancreatic Cancer, the Lust Garden Foundation carries it, and the National Hospice and Palliative Care as well.
That's wonderful. Susan, thank you so much. I am so excited that your book won an award.
Well, I thank you and the Mom's Choice Award. If you hadn't called me in that day, I wouldn't be sitting here.
That's amazing.
So,
because at first she wasn't sure, do I submit it?
Right.
You know, it was a calling, no question.
It was part of my journey.
It was definitely, absolutely.
So
Susan, thank you so much. Susan, until we meet again, thank you.
Until we meet again, for sure. Thank you.